Tennis fines can get really expensive, some of them ridiculously expensive. In today's video, we're gonna check out some of the most ridiculous fines in tennis history. Some of them make sense, but others will surprise you. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Number 5. Serena Williams, $82,500. 2 points away from losing the match, Serena gets called for a foot fault. She absolutely loses it, she threats the line judge, and the result was a point penalty, which cost her the match, and the most expensive fine in women's tennis history, $82,500. Number 4. Nick Kyrgios, $113,000. In a career full of meltdowns, which probably add to over $1 million in fines, Nick Kyrgios had his most chaotic day at the 2019 Cincinnati Masters. He argued with the umpire, he left the court without permission and smashed rackets, put the grip on his racket while being in returning position, and the result of this was $113,000. That's more than what most challenger players make in a whole year, and 3 times more than the prize money that he earned that tournament. Number 3. Frances Tiafoe, $120,000. After a time violation in a crucial moment of the match, Tiafoe erupts at the umpire after losing on the next point.
You, man. You. Seriously, man.
And those few seconds cost him $120,000. Very harsh if you ask me. Even though he unloaded at the umpire, he's just come up short in a third set tiebreak. Obviously he was heated, and you have to say that we've seen worse from other players, so $120,000 seems quite harsh to me. Number 2. Hugo Gaston, $155,000. This is the most expensive strategic move in tennis history. When being in a bad position in the point, Gaston casually drops a ball from his pocket mid-point, hoping to force a replay. Is it legal? Absolutely not. And the ATP surely penalized him heavy with a $155,000 fine, which is almost 30% of what Gaston makes in a whole year, without counting expenses like his team or taxes. So obviously a very painful fine for him, which he actually appealed and ended up paying half. But the ATP's message to him and to the world is that cheating at professional level will cost you very heavily. Number 1. Novak Djokovic, $267,000. The moment that shocked the whole world, when Djokovic flicks a ball behind him and hits a line judge on the throat. She collapses and Djokovic gets defaulted. He lost all his prize money from a 4th round of the US Open and $17,000 on top. The total damage, $267,000. The most expensive and infamous fine in tennis history. Now that we've seen the most expensive, let's take a look at a few that were very harsh or a pretty ridiculous situation, like when Medvedev, after losing, decided to toss coins towards the umpire as a sign of disrespect, and the moment ended up costing him $26,000, which for a Medvedev that was at the beginning of his career, I'm sure hurt his pocket. And this next one might be the most disproportionate we've seen in the whole video. Ray Opelka calls for the lights to be turned on, but the umpire tells him that they need a few minutes to do so the match has to continue. Opelka responds by suddenly needing the physio, a play to earn time until the lights get turned on. When they're turned on, he suddenly doesn't need the physio, and the umpire gives him a warning. And when the physio comes in the changeover, the interaction is absolutely hilarious.
I thought it was my eye, that's why I called you. Because I couldn't see the ball. I thought it was something on my eye. But you're good. The lights were wrong.
Well, Opelka revealed the next week that he was fined $80,000 for this interaction at Indian Wells. Absolutely crazy stuff.
I don't think he's like making anything up. So he played within the rules to do the video review. There was no, foul play on his side. If that was me, I probably would have gotten fined another 80 G's like I did last week at Indian Wells. They couldn't figure out how to turn on the lights, and I asked for them, and then boom, got slapped with a nice fine. So I'm playing for free this week.
Bernard Tomic is quite known for having a history with a lack of effort during matches. At Wimbledon 2019, after losing against Joe-Wilfried Tsonga in the first round, Wimbledon fined Tomic for a lack of effort, striping him from his entire prize money, which was over $56,000. Almost what he made in the entire 2024 season playing challenger events, and actually more than what he made in 2022 or 2023. Absolutely crazy if you think about it. And our friend Daniil Medvedev also had quite a costly 2025 Australian Open campaign. In his first round match, he lost his cool for a moment and destroyed the camera at the net. Well, this action cost him $10,000.
James. Daniil, how big do you think the fine's going to be for breaking the camera in the net?
Honestly, I hope not too big, because probably like the fine is usually for breaking the racket, and the camera is going to cost some, but I don't think GoPro is that expensive. But what I have to say is that the camera was very, very strong, because my racket didn't handle the damage, but the camera did.
But his next match would be more expensive than that. In his loss to Lerner Tien, he had multiple code violations, and the icing on the cake was not going to the post-match press conference. In total, this match cost Medvedev $66,000, which added to his first round match, the total fine would add up to $76,000. Pretty crazy stuff. Well, some of these were deserved, others were quite ridiculous, but it's clear that in tennis, rules have to be taken seriously. If you enjoyed the madness, hitting the like button is highly appreciated, and if you would like to enjoy more original tennis content of this style, subscribe to the channel to know when I upload future videos like this. All of this said, I hope you have a wonderful day and that I can see you in my next video. Peace!